The Gambler's Ruin Project Vertical Bar Week 25, Epic Premier League Showdowns. Welcome to another exhilarating episode of the Gambler's Ruin Project powered by SmartBet AI. Stay tuned as we dive into the world of Premier League soccer and uncover the stats, strategies, and predictions you crave.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Gambler's Ruin Project, powered by SmartBet AI. Whether you're here for the stats, the strategies, or just the thrill of the Premier League, we're glad to have you with us. This week we have two exciting matchups to break down: Manchester City versus Newcastle United and Tottenham versus Manchester United. Two heavyweight clashes with huge implications for the title race and top four ambitions.
Absolutely, Anna. We have two games loaded with tactical intrigue, injury concerns, and massive implications for both teams involved. Newcastle is flying high in form, but faces a daunting challenge at the Etihad. Meanwhile, Spurs and United are both struggling. Who will rise to the occasion?
Our AI has run thousands of simulations, crunching XG numbers, recent performances, and team dynamics. We'll break it all down, plus discuss the best betting angles and tactical insights.
Now, before we kick things off, let me tell you a little bit about the brains behind these predictions. This is the Gambler's Ruin Project, and it's all powered by cutting-edge SmartBet AI technology. We're talking serious number crunching here, folks. This AI analyzes mountains of data, past results, player stats, you name it, to give you the most accurate predictions possible. The Gambler's Ruin Project, where the odds get cracked. Now, just a quick word before we go any further. This episode is AI generated and meant for informational purposes only. We're all about having a bit of fun with the beautiful game here, but remember, gambling can be addictive. Please, bet responsibly, folks. This video is not financial or legal advice. Think of AI as your trusty assistant, not the gaffer calling all the shots. Always consider multiple factors before placing any bets.
Let's start with the numbers. Manchester City is the favourite in this one, but Newcastle has been one of the most dangerous attacking teams in the league. Here's what our AI model predicts. Manchester City win probability, 49.72%. Draw probability, 21.29%. Newcastle United win probability, 28.99%. Our most likely scoreline? Manchester City 3, Newcastle United 1. But it's far from a guaranteed result.
That makes sense. Man City's home form is strong, but without Rodri, they've been more vulnerable in transition. Newcastle, meanwhile, has major defensive concerns due to injuries.
Right. Rodri's absence is a huge factor. City's defensive structure suffers without him. Meanwhile, Newcastle's backline is in shambles. Jamal Lascelles, Joelinton and Harvey Barnes are all out. Sven Botman and Dan Burn are doubts.
And that's where things get interesting. Newcastle's attack is clicking, with Isak leading the line, but their defense is shaky. The AI gives a high probability for both teams to score.
City should dominate possession, but Newcastle will be lethal on the counter. If City isn't careful, this could turn into a high-scoring affair.
Here are our best AI-backed bets for this match. Manchester City to win, 1.65 odds. Over 2.5 goals, 1.67 odds. Both teams to score, yes, 1.44 odds. Erling Haaland and Alexander Isak to score our final score prediction. Manchester City 3-1 Newcastle United.
And remember, bet responsibly and stick to the 2% bankroll rule. Now let's shift gears to our second blockbuster match, Tottenham versus Manchester United.
This is a tough one to call. Both teams are in poor form, and injuries could have a huge impact. Here's what the AI predicts. Tottenham win probability, 48.72%. Draw probability, 23.1%. Man United win probability, 28.18% most likely scoreline. Tottenham 2-1, Manchester United, or 2-2 draw.
That's interesting. Spurs are awful in form, losing 7 of their last 10 games, but they score plenty at home. United isn't much better and struggles on the road.
Spurs home goals per game, 2.25 Man United away. Goals per game, 1.0. Spurs injuries, Maddison, Richarlison, Romero, Werner and possibly goalkeeper Vicario. United's injuries, Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, Mason Mount. The biggest concern, Spurs' defence is in crisis.
United's biggest edge is their midfield. If they control possession, they could frustrate Spurs, but Spurs will rely on their attack and home advantage.
So what's the best way to bet on this game?
Our AI suggests both teams to score. Yes, 80% probability. Over 2.5 goals. Tottenham to win. Correct score prediction, 2-1 or 2-2. We're slightly leaning toward a Spurs win, but a draw is also a strong alternative.
So to recap, City versus Newcastle should be high scoring with City as favourites. Spurs versus United is a tough one, but Spurs have a slight edge at home.
And remember, betting isn't about winning every game. It's about making smart, sustainable choices. Stick to your 2% bankroll rule, avoid emotional betting, and always consider all factors before placing a bet.
That's a wrap for this episode. Next week we'll be back with another data-driven breakdown of the biggest Premier League matchups.
Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment on what you think will happen in these two games. Will Spurs bounce back? Can Newcastle pull off an upset? Let us know.
Before we go, we want to take a moment to talk about responsible gambling. Betting should always be fun, and never something that causes stress or financial hardship. If you or someone you know needs help, there are resources available. In the US, you can call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700, available 24/7 for confidential support. For viewers in the UK, visit begambleaware.org or call 0-808-802-0133 for free advice and support. Remember, betting isn't about winning every game. It's about making smart, informed decisions and keeping things balanced. Always bet responsibly and only with money you can afford to lose. Thanks for watching the Gambler's Ruin Project. See you next time.